I figured today would be a good day to test out doing a quick video on how to diagnose a squealing issue. So here's my 09 Dodge Ram with the 5.7 HEMI. And if you start it up, you can listen to what it sounds like. We got a squeal, you hear that? Let's turn it off. That squeal is annoying. So the first thing that I would do in checking this out is I would check for see if the tensioner is bad. So that's going to be located right down here. The other thing I would check is any idler pulleys, see if they're bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this tensioner tool, and you can go two ways. You can go one way, which loosens the tension on the belt, as you can see here. It's deflecting now. Or you could tighten it by going this way. So what I'm going to do, I have remote start on my truck, so I'm going to try starting it. And then we'll see if we can get the pitch to change. Be very careful while you do this so you don't get caught in the fan. Okay, let's add tension. Let's reduce tension. Sound kind of went down a little bit, but not completely eliminated. So we still got a squeal. I'm going to check this idler pulley because I noticed it was kind of wobbling just a little bit, and we'll see if that's the issue. I'm going to take tension off the belt, and then I'm going to take the belt off, and then if I remove that, then I can check this pulley. I don't know if this one's so bad. It doesn't... So you could kind of feel the play. Oh, there's a little bit of play in it. I'm not hearing any squeaking or squealing when I'm spinning it. Let's check the alternator here. That one seems good as well. So my next concern would be that it's possibly the tensioner pulley itself down low. Okay, so I did some checking. Tested out some of the pulleys just by hand, spinning them. Nothing seems to be making a sound. They all seem pretty quiet. So my next thought is we've got an issue with the belt itself. So what I'm going to do is put it back on here. Oh. Now that tensioner doesn't sound the greatest. So one important thing is making sure your belt routing is correct. This is how it should go on an 09 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.7. So this actually goes down and around the tensioner pulley. You can see it down there. And then back over the crank pulley. And then finally over the, what do we got here? This is the power steering pump. This is the alternator up here. So that must be the AC down here. I take this off. I'm going to hold it by hand here. Put it down around the bottom. And bring it back up. Then come around this idler pulley. And then it'll be too tight for this, so that's where the tensioning tool comes in. So then I can stick that down here. And then as I pull on it with one hand, I could use the other hand to put it on, like so. Nope, that's too on. There we go. I'm going to fire it up, see if the sound has changed. I checked the pulleys, and the only one I'm sort of concerned about would be the tensioner pulley itself, which is this one located right here. It's that one where the ribs are sticking out. The other thing we could do is spritz the belt with some straight up water. Yeah, so it might be the belt going bad. It could still be the tensioner not applying enough tension. It could have gotten some muck on it. So the squeal is definitely still there. We're just not hearing it because now it's out of the range of our hearing. You definitely don't want to put any belt dressing on your belts because that's just going to cause them to slip. And now the sound is coming back already. Sometimes just cleaning the belt helps. So we could try that too, just kind of spraying it down for a bit and seeing if that kind of just works it around and cleans it. But likely this issue is going to come back. Well, it's another day, and I've decided that I'm going to go with a new serpentine belt and a new tensioner to try and solve this issue. Because I checked all the pulleys and none of them were making noise, so I'll have to look up what the torque should be for the bolts. Stinking thing. Okay. Here we are again. We're going to need to get the belt off again, so we got the tensioning tool. I'm going to see if we could do this without removing the fan. And I believe, because of the size of this, we're going to have to stick the belt around the fan, which isn't as bad as it sounds. That should be it. So here's the old belt, KO60795HD. But I figured let's go with a new belt if we're going to do a new tensioner. So, alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a long-handled 16 mil, put it on the tensioner bolt, and then we're going to, we'll see if we can break it free. Okay, that was a lot easier to break free than I was expecting, and maybe that's part of the problem. Anyway, we'll keep breaking her loose here. That was way easy. Just get my fingies in here and loosen it the rest of the way. You can see the bolt's loose. Just gonna pull it out. Oh my, the whole thing is free. There it is. That be the tensioner. China. So did this fail? I don't know. It says Canada. I don't know who to believe. Now as I spin it, it doesn't sound necessarily worn out, but I got a whole new tensioner assembly, so see if it fixes it. And then we're going to torque that bolt properly. So we got the new tensioner here ready to go. We got the bolt. It's going to be installed like this, and then this bolt goes through. It's a 16 mil. So it's a little bit of a reach, and it should sit in a little groove down there. So what I would do is actually leave the bolt out for now. Put the tensioner down in there first. Weasel it around the fan. Just kind of seat it in there. And see there's a little spot where it sits. And then once it's down in there, you can feed the bolt through it. So I mean it's pretty straightforward. It's tough to get an angle on it from here, but just get it in there, get it seated, and then start finger tightening the 16 mil bolt in there. We'll just go in here and tighten it up. Might have to bump the fan blades out of the way. Don't put torque against them or break the fan blades. That wouldn't be good. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, and then once you get that on there, then you can switch it over to your torque wrench. Set her to 32 foot-pounds, which doesn't seem like that much, but it's what everyone was saying. Go in there, sneak it in. And there we go, 32 foot-pounds. Not too bad. Now we just need to install the new belt in there. In there. I would install it like this, that way you could see the cool numbers as they go by. Or something. It'll be a little bit of a chore. You gotta route it around the fan. All in all, not too bad of a process. So yeah, so your fan's here. Kind of hard to see, but weasel it around the fan. Then just kind of hook it on some of the pulleys. It doesn't have to be right, but just get it around the fan first before worrying about the proper routing. There we go. And now it's around the fan. So Now we're ready to route the belt properly. Okay, so it's the same as last time. You get it around here, you route it around. I'll show on screen which belt routing method to use. And once you got it lined up, then you can pop it off the top pulley because it'll be easiest to put it back on that. Then lastly, around the alternator, put my tensioner tool on and then kind of push it on. There we go. And that's it. And you can take your tensioner tool out and it's all routed. Let's give it a start and see what it does. Making the normal sounds, it's spinning, and no more squealing. I do have a little bit of a tick going on with the exhaust manifolds. It's not an engine tick, it's an exhaust tick. Because once it settles down, you can hear that the engine is running a lot smoother. So there you have it. That is changing the serpentine belt on a 2009 to 2014 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.7 engine. Pretty simple, but should be a similar process for other vehicles. But anyway, that was the video on SV Garage today. Take care, God bless. Let's give it a little rev and make sure it's all good. Oh yeah. Working good.